Well, hello there, everyone. Um, Thought I'd do a quick video for you. I have some items that I've purchased over the past few weeks that I'd like to show, just to show you what I'm listening to, what I'm spending. Maybe it'll give you, the opportunity to discover new music. Um, kind of a kind of a hodgepodge. Not that out of the ordinary. If you know anything about me, none of this music will be a surprise. Maybe one. But again, if you know who this person is, then you'll know he fits right in with everything else that I'll listen to. So I've been to a couple different record stores. Um, well, I'm counting Barnes and Noble as a record store um, over the past few weeks, and I went to my local record store probably 2 weeks ago. Today is the 20th of April. So maybe not last weekend, but the weekend before, I'm at the record store and just finding some more items. I haven't bought records a lot during COVID, so it was nice to get back out again and feel comfortable getting those records. So I guess a couple things before I get started. Thank everybody who's a new subscriber. I know as of now, I have 49 subscribers. If somebody hasn't, if somebody watches my videos a lot and hasn't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to hit that 50. It's a clean mark for for having this part of my channel going for the past few months since the start of the year. So please subscribe and comment. I love to read the comments and respond back to you. So anyway, that's just some small things. And thank you everybody who continues to watch. So let me think here. I think the earliest piece that I have that I ordered is going to be this record, and this is the one that I'm thinking it might be a surprise. Nick Lowe, Labor of Lust. This is the 2011 reissue. I've never listened to this record. I know the song "Cruel to Be Kind," which was the big hit for him. Probably his most well-known track. Maybe "What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding." But if you like, if you like Elvis Costello, if you like Squeeze, if you like, 80s, late 70s into the 80s Brit pop, Nick Lowe, I mean, he's as good as it gets. He should have been huge in the States. Again, he was in the group Rockpile for a bit, and has been doing his own thing ever since. So check out Nick Lowe if you haven't. I mean, I've yet to be really disappointed with anything he's put out. The next thing I'm just going to show again, I've already shown this. It is the John Prine September '78 live album reissue on red vinyl. I'm not going to show the vinyl again. I did a video for that a couple videos back, so you can check that out. Limited edition. John Prine, what can you say? This album, this might also go into the surprise vein. The Head and the Heart. Now, I've briefly talked about The Head and the Heart in a couple other videos for some other recent buys that I've purchased. I currently have their full catalog. They've only got 4 full albums, 4 real albums. They put out some special edition versions of their latest album, Living Mirage. This album was recorded live from Pike Place Market up in Seattle, where they're from. And you can see it was up on the rooftop of the market. And there's it's an Amazon exclusive record. And it's only 9 tracks. And it's a companion piece to a documentary that was put out for their 10-year anniversary. Well, their 10-year anniversary since their first record. I've watched the documentary. It's very good. If you like indie folk, harmony bands, kind of mellow sounding music, check it out. If you like, I don't even know, Avett Brothers, Good Old War, Lumineers, they're in that vein. So check them out. And that will do it for the vinyl. The next few pieces, while I was at the record store, I always go through their bargain bin for CDs. and I purchased this album. I know I've talked about it before. I've never had a copy. I bought it for $4. It's Willie Nelson's album Summertime, where he sings George Gershwin tunes, along the same vein as his Stardust album, his recent album, and then also he has a couple other tribute albums that he's put out. So it's Willie sings Gershwin. I mean, it's got Let's Call the Whole Thing Off, Ain't Necessarily So, I've Got Rhythm, just classic standard songs done by Willie in his style. Another of the bargain bin buys. I know my friend Glenn up in Canada just talked about this album on a video where he talked about some Van albums. Van Morrison, A Night in San Francisco. I have yet to listen to this album. It's a live album. It's kind of got some deeper cuts on it from Van's career and some covers. I'm excited to hear it from 1994. And I also purchased Magic Time, a later Van Morrison album. I want to say 2002, 2005. Magic Time, great album. I've just heard it for the first time when I bought it. I've heard a couple of tracks, but Van just gets better. I mean, he's in his mid 70s now, and this album's already 15, 16 years old. So pick up any Van Morrison album, and you're gonna find something, even if it's a slower album. He's got one track at least that's gonna rock the place. All right, so these albums, these were kind of bought on a whim. And I can show them at the same time. It's Lola versus the Power Man and the Money Ground by the Kinks. This was the 50th anniversary edition that just came out last year. There was a huge vinyl set. I didn't want all that, even though it had some really cool stuff, some posters and stickers and 45s and things. It's got the original Lola album in stereo, some alternate versions, and then some alternate mixes, and some live versions that go up to fairly recent live performances by Ray Davies. It sounds great. I love the song 8 Man, and there's several versions of 8 Man on there. And then the song Strangers is beautiful. That's going to be a wedding song. I know I've got a whole list of wedding songs, but that'll be one of them. And the second is the Village Green Preservation Society, also a 50th anniversary book set. And you can see, it's got all sorts of pages, 2 discs. Another great Kinks album came out 1968. This is the 2018 50th anniversary. I'm still missing the Arthur box, which I didn't know existed. I'm just now starting to really get into the Kinks, so that'll probably be the next purchase is Arthur. Great stuff on here. It sounds great. Check it out. Kind of folky sounding. The last 3 I just purchased just this past week at Barnes and Noble. I'll finish with the. Oh no, I'll start with this. This is Charles Mingus classic jazz album. I've heard it a couple times. I always love to hear new jazz albums, especially from the late 50s bebop era. This was the 1998 release, so it's got some extra tracks on it. So I'm excited for this. I love listening to jazz, especially in the summertime when it starts getting warm. The next is the follow-up to Dave Brubeck's album Time Out. This is called Time Further Out. Again, this is a re-release from 1996. It's got some extra tracks on it. I've never heard it. Again, I go into a lot of CD shops and go blind, just based on the artist or the I know a little bit about them. I never get something that I know nothing about, but I know I'm not going to be disappointed with that. And the last thing, which I know I'm not disappointed with, I've just never had my own copy. I grew up, well, really I got into this album probably early college, so going on about 10 years ago now. My mom had this album, and I just wanted my own copy of it. I mean, we listen to it all the time, so I know everything there is to know about it. This is a 2018 re-release of Closing Time by Tom Waits. It's his debut. Old 55, I Hope I Don't Fall in Love with You, Old Shoes, Martha, Grapefruit Moon, Closing Time. It's Tom. Sounds like you're up late in a bar. The world is lonely, but just beautiful songwriting, beautiful singing by Tom Waits. If all you know about Tom Waits is his with the voice that you probably associate with Tom Waits. Check out his first 2 or 3 albums, especially Closing Time and The Heart of Saturday Night. I mean, it's just great songwriting and piano music. But yeah, that's what I've got going on right now. I have a birthday coming up, so I'm in about a month, so premature, but I try to hold out a little bit in case people want to, gift me with CDs and vinyl. So I have a lot of pre-orders out. I've talked about on Van Morrison, things like that. So I'm kicking with the music I'm listening to. So let me know if you like that stuff. If you've heard any of it, or if if I've inspired you to go out and get your own copy, I'd love to know. Talk to y'all soon.